Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Fresh Brats show. That's how we're gonna start it. We're gonna show the video of you guys doing that, and then all of that. That's how we're gonna start it. Okay. Oh my god.
I know. I was waiting for you guys to clap, and it didn't happen.
Welcome to the Fresh Brats show. Welcome to our first episode. I don't think
what a chaotic start.
I don't think the word first is like grand enough. So let's use a fancy word. Okay.
Pilot.
Pilot.
No, pilot is too like American TV show. You know, we're gonna go fancy.
Sorry.
We're gonna go real fancy. So this is a new segment. It's called Fancy Word of the Day. So today's word is inaugural. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So welcome to the inaugural episode of the Fresh Brats. Yeah.
How can it be a new segment when we never had any segment before?
It's a new segment. Shut up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's a fresh segment. It's not even new. It's fresh. Okay.
Anything at this point is a new segment.
Anything. For the next 5 episodes, all of it is fresh. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Let's just go with it.
Okay. So I want to introduce everybody. All right. I'm gonna start with myself. All right. My name is Matthew, and I'm one of the hosts lah, okay, and I like to introduce the co-pilot, and that's Jaden.
Hi everyone, my name's Jaden, and I'm the co-pilot.
Very good. And I like to I like to introduce the air marshal of this podcast, let's say, Callista.
I kind of don't know why I'm the air marshal, but sure, I'm.
Do you know what the air marshal is? Have you seen Hobbs and Shaw with Dwayne Johnson and
yeah,
it's Kevin Hart's
Kevin
character.
Hart, right?
Yes.
Why Kevin Hart?
Don't know lah. I think you're the most.
But you know what? I take it.
Funny
Brother
la,
is funny.
funny.
Yeah, I take it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very
Yeah, I
good.
take it.
Yeah.
Sure,
And
let's go.
last of all, we have the CEO of the airline, the Richard Branson of this podcast.
CEO, seriously.
Yeah.
Alright, hi guys. I don't know why the am I the CEO. I'm sorry for cussing.
He's gonna fund this podcast.
But
Don't try not to curse for the children lah. You know why?
Sorry.
For the children.
Because they are
PG-13.
Everyone's gonna watch us, right?
because they are our future, and
True,
and they
true,
will
true.
lead the way. All right.
Also, I don't know how I was funding this, but I think I was dragged along. Probably con of my money. I don't know. I don't have money. Bye.
I don't know what he said.
He said he got
It's a
con.
con of money.
Oh, he got conned. Why did he get conned?
Because of you. You just took my money like that. Like,
This joke's not working. Let's move on. Okay. So let's talk about why we're here. All right. So we're very 4 random people that just really decided that let's start a podcast.
Yeah,
usually
we're not friends.
I was gonna get to that. See now.
She really thinks we're not friends. She
Yeah.
really don't want
See,
now
really,
they know
okay,
that it's scripted.
This is the point. Okay, the point is most podcasts, right? They are usually started by like a bunch of friends. They're like, oh, we've been friends for like a long time, and our chemistry is just so good that we just decided to start a podcast. All right. So, but the 4 of us are not really like friends. I would say like. Let's be real here. Like I would say Jaden and I, we are like, we are quite tight. Jaden was the first person who talked to me in college.
Yes.
Yeah.
I approached him.
He approached me, he said, hi, what subjects are you taking? I thought he was the dean.
Very
so I was
formal.
very scared. I was like, wow, what's this guy like? Ask me like what subjects I'm taking.
Want a good
Okay.
first impression.
Yeah.
Dean.
And then we have Rong and I would say, okay. I would say, I don't know what you would rate it on a percentage scale. I would say like a good 85% lah.
Of what?
Of like, I would say like of friendship lah, I would say, quality.
I would do best 79.
79.
Oh!
Wow. Thanks everybody for watching the Fresh Brats show.
This is it. We'll never have a next episode.
The drama is already started. Oh my gosh. So okay, fine. 79.
Yes,
So
I love
disappointing. Yeah, and then Cal and I is a relatively new thing, and then let me explain further. So Rong and Cal are friends. They are like friends, right?
Are we?
I hope so.
You hope so?
Yeah, we are.
I
But-
hope so.
Yeah, but Jaden and Cal is a new thing. Yeah,
It's a new thing. Also.
it's a new thing, and so every time we've been trying to discover more about each other. So hopefully this podcast will be us getting to discuss the world and as well as each other lah. So why don't that's for me lah, why I want to do this really, other than my great interest in podcasts. Jaden, why did you decide to do this?
Well, I think this idea with me and Matt have been talking about it for quite a while, and we've been thinking about it ever since our first podcast assignment back in Intro to Mass Comm. That was 2 years ago, and yeah, after a while, for that assignment, we thought of okay, maybe we should do this. It's quite interesting. And then we never got around to do it, and then after a while, I texted him, "Hey man, I really want to do it," and he's like, "Let's talk," but we never ended up talking.
Yes.
So yeah, it's always been something we both wanted to do, I feel, but yeah, now we're finally doing it, and hopefully you guys find it interesting.
Yeah, hopefully lah. One can only hope.
Yeah, hopefully.
Cal, why are you here? Do you want to tell them how much we are paying you to be here?
Wow. First of all, I think they're paying me one piece of tissue paper. And why am I doing this? Actually, I thought I was only here for one episode because there was one day I was talking to Matt about we were just joking around about something I cannot remember. Okay. And then we started calling each other names, and I called him Podcast.
Yeah.
Which kind of started this whole thing.
Yes. It really
Because
did.
apparently immediately after I called him
Yeah.
because apparently immediately after I called him Podcast, he texted Jaden, and then that whole thing got started. And then I really thought
That's how.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Trigger.
I didn't know
That's
that.
the trigger.
yeah. So I thought I was here for one episode kind of thing. But apparently I'm not. So if I'm still here after the second episode, then they're paying
Yeah.
me
But
2 pieces of tissue paper.
but I want you to
But
know.
why am I really
No, I
yeah.
want you to know before you move on, right? That even though you're here and you're always going to be here, we haven't promoted you to main character yet. You're still on a recurring role. You are okay, Cal and I, we watch Lucifer a lot. You are like Ella when they first introduced Ella, right? And then she became like a main character.
First of all, I am offended. Okay. So don't blame me if on the video you look a little bit off. Don't blame me, okay?
Wow. Okay, she's the video editor.
Oh.
Okay, fine. I want look good video. Tell us, continue. Why are you here?
Yeah. So I actually like doing something like this, not necessarily podcasts, but content creating.
Wow, such an internet
So-
word lah.
Could be this could be something that I can try, something new. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, just see where it goes, and if anything, it could be a launch to my YouTube career.
Yeah. Go check out It's Just Cal.
Nope, we're not doing
Promoting it to you.
we're not doing
with
this
a
right now. No.
With
No,
an apostrophe.
we're not doing this.
Hey, on this episode, I'm the host. Okay, on the episode where you're the host, then you can do the jokes. Okay, it's Just Cal. The "it's" has an apostrophe. Remember that, it's a very big part of the search.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's just naturally move on to
One.
Rong.
Yeah, so Rong, I wanna just say Rong is the most famous internet personality in this podcast. Yeah,
Why
Yes,
would I be that?
because you regularly put yourself out on the internet on this platform that the children call Twitch.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
to swear for the children. Remember?
Sorry.
You're swearing again. Oh my god. Doing a bad
I'm gonna
job.
slap myself. I'm
He's
sorry.
getting cancelled.
It's
No.
getting cancelled
Look.
so hard.
Okay. So what do you want to know again? The real reason I'm here.
The real reason you're here.
Okay, to be
other,
fair,
other than to keep promoting your outrageous internet fame.
If you call 250 followers, yeah, sure.
Hey, who
But,
here has
That's more
200?
than all
Who
of
here
us.
has 250 followers? None of us.
None of us.
None of us.
On Twitch. Oh my gosh. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Okay,
Okay.
continue.
Okay, the real reason why I'm here, I also don't know why. Honestly, because Jaden, Matt, and me and Cal, we were in a call one day, and then we were just talking, and then Matt was like, "Hey, Rong, you want not?" I'm just like, "Oh, why not?" And I thought it could get me busy as well, being in this whole pandemic thingy, and yeah, it could keep me busy, keep my brain moving. I think it's good. And I've always also wanted, to be like Cal, sort of touch on content creation, but I just don't have the skills for it. So since now I just have to do the talking and Cal will just do the editing, so let's just figure out why not.
Yeah, you do some
Right,
work.
and-
You do some work. Like if you're listening to this and you see that great neon cover of
That
our
is all
podcast,
him.
that is all
Oh really?
Yeah.
wrong.
Oh yeah, I did that. I did that.
You are our graphic designer.
You are.
I'm sorry, I
yeah.
forgot. But
think-
yeah, Jaden, go.
So I was gonna say, right, before we move on, right, I just want to say, like, I feel like every one of us here are a little bit into like creativity, creativity. Like the both of you want to do content creating. I also want to feel like I don't know, like start like a YouTube channel, and Matt wants to do like music.
Matt,
So, like-
wait. Matt doesn't want to do any music.
Matt is doing
Yes.
music.
No. Matt just likes music and he likes to do music.
Yes, and you would like to do. Music.
I mean, yeah, let's not get into that. That's next episode. Join us for
Yeah,
the next
I know,
episode.
that's just something we are
Yeah.
similar in.
But
Yeah.
similar, it is. But I do
Doing that.
like right now. My job, the internship that I'm at is also like a content filled thing, you know. So I guess all of us are kind of into it.
That's
All right.
yeah.
So some of the things that we plan to do, we don't know because we've only planned for this show, you know. But you know, one of the things that we really strongly want to do is you know, we found out the other day because like we were trying to get Jaden and Cal to know each other, and you know, one of like Jaden's dark secrets, right? You know, like it's something
Disgrace.
he's kept in the closet for a long
Disgrace.
time.
Very long time.
A long
Long
time.
time.
Yeah, he's never seen any of the Shrek franchise, you know, the movies, you
Yeah,
know.
it's true.
Such
Yeah.
disgrace.
I've
He's,
never.
he is, you know.
And I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, he doesn't
Either
think
way.
it's a big deal, okay?
I don't
So,
think it's a big deal.
yeah, and also in our conversations, we found out that Rong, the most famous person on this podcast, has never seen High School Musical, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Okay. So
Oh, just went there.
yeah.
Okay.
So there's there seems to be
Sure.
like a debate about which one is more it's more of a national emergency lah, let's say, you know. Like not seeing Shrek or not seeing High School Musical. Okay, so let's go with this first, all right? Before we ask Jaden like why he's never seen Shrek, okay? Cal and I, you know, I want to ask Cal first lah. Which do you think is like worse? Not seeing Shrek or not seeing High School Musical?
Wow. I would say, okay, I have to say Shrek. Come on. It is such a good movie.
Exactly.
Okay, you have to watch it. And like High School Musical, even you may not watch it, but I believe you will know the soundtrack. It's so famous, right? So you have to know the song.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have to know the song. That's why, like,
You're wrong.
don't-
It's a,
I don't
yeah,
know
wait,
any
You're
song.
wrong. You're wrong. It's an audio podcast. You can't mime like I've never seen the song. Like you have
People
to say,
are not going to
Yeah,
hear you.
Sorry, but I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know the song.
He doesn't know
Okay,
the
I mean, we're going to release YouTube video as well.
Okay,
And
okay.
as well as.
Yeah,
as-
no, hold on.
as-
You don't know the song. You have to know we're all in this together. It's like literally the most basic
Okay, that.
song ever.
Just the line, we're all in this together. That's it.
You know how to sing it, right? You know the melody, right?
That's all I know.
Try one line.
So
okay.
Cal's,
Yeah,
Cal's
you
point
good.
still stands lah. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay lah. Fair.
Okay,
fair.
Jaden, name me one Shrek character. Other than Shrek.
Donkey.
No.
Okay.
Because we told you about Donkey. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
it's
We
No,
told you
no,
about
no.
Donkey. Okay,
No,
Told
no.
you about
cat.
Donkey.
Puss in Boots. Is it?
Who? Okay. Yes.
That's a
Yes.
movie, right?
Who voices Puss in Boots?
I don't know. Jack
How
Black.
would he know?
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
Big.
So
Kung
watch
Fu
the
I don't
Panda.
movie,
know
then
how
come
it
back.
sounds like. I don't know how the character sounds like.
Okay. All right. So we want to get to the bottom of
Okay.
this before we move on to like the segment that everybody is waiting for us to talk about. Okay, because they've told me. All right. We
Okay.
want to know why did you
They
not?
told.
They told me. They haven't listened to any episode, but they've told me. Why did you? Why have you never seen Shrek?
Because I've never been a big movie person. Because as I've explained to them, I don't have the best memory, and I just forget. I simply forget like the movies I watch. I mean, there are some like iconic like scenes in like movies that I remember, but for the most part, I just don't really remember them. I really need to like actively try to remember them. You get what I mean? So like back then, I was like quite big on like small like series, like Drake and Josh, iCarly, like more like like less animated, more like just TV series, real life TV series lah. So yeah, that's where I spend most of my time back then.
So you were like a Nickelodeon sitcom guy lah.
I was exactly Nickelodeon sitcom. That's the word. Yeah.
How about
So,
how about the Disney Channel sitcom like the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, all of that?
That also.
Okay.
That also.
I'm gonna
Sweet
call
Love
this.
Second.
I'm gonna call it. Jaden is the uncle of children's show.
I was ahead.
No, you're not. You're
I was
just
ahead.
uncle.
So I would say
I'm pretty sure, like-
I would say Nickelodeon at the time, right? They were a little bit more edgy in the comedy compared to like Disney, you know. Like did you see Victorious? Was Victorious one
I'll
of the
take that.
shows you saw?
Yeah, I saw it, but it's not like I didn't really like it a lot lah.
Okay. You're more of an
Yeah.
iCarly,
Can-
can
Jake
just
and Josh.
come on and say that-
Yeah.
Can I just come out and say
Huh?
that I've never watched any of the shows that
Big
you guys have
revelation.
pointed out? Like
Oh, man.
iCarly.
Okay.
You've never seen
just because I've
you've never seen
all
like
those.
Drake and Josh. You haven't seen that.
Nope.
I haven't seen
Just
that
Sweet
either.
Life of Jack and Cody.
I grew up without Astro. You know when Astro was like the supplier of all these sauce. Yeah, we ain't got that. I mean, I
Yeah,
didn't get that.
I'm with you. I didn't have Astro as well.
I was
But
more of the
when I
Astro
watched
Cheria
Victorious,
kind of kid, you know. Then
I never had
TV9
Astro
sometimes.
Cheria. Yeah, I watched it on TV9, TV3,
Then sometimes
and TV7.
TV7 the 7:30 show, and then the 8:30 Doraemon and Shin-chan.
Was I
Shin-chan and
privileged?
Doraemon first.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
So
realized
actually-
I might be very privileged back then.
yeah. I actually just
You are
started watching
privileged.
Victorious like last year, probably. Actually,
Last year.
yeah. I first watched Victorious probably last year.
Yeah. I also
Oh,
didn't
man.
have Astro for like a long time, so I watched all these things at my grandparents' house.
Wait, your grandparents have Astro?
Yeah.
You don't?
But I
Yeah,
didn't
my
have
grandparents
Astro.
had Astro as well, but they didn't have
Oh,
the
man.
Disney Channel. We only had Astro Cheria.
Let me
My
tell you
grandparents
the
were dead.
yeah. Let me tell. Wow,
Sorry.
that got
I
dark
just had
real quick lah. Okay, let me tell you the story of the Addams Family and Astro. So we didn't have Astro, then we had Astro.
Okay.
Then we had the cartoon channels and everything. Then my mother once, like, we were driving and she said, "Do we really need to pay for the cartoon channels? Do you all really even watch?" Then before my brother could say yes, I said, "Actually no lah, we don't really watch as well." Then they just cancelled it.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Then
Wow.
I was back in
So
Yarong's situation where it was just Astro Cheria and the other channel is Animax, right?
Yes,
Yes.
bro.
Uh,
Animax. That was the
yeah.
same of Rika, your Yu Yu Hakusho.
Man, I would hate you so much if I was your brother.
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah, and then yeah lah.
If
I
he
know.
hates you, I understand.
Yeah, it's probably why, I mean, you know, sometimes we've had problems lah over the years. It all goes back to the great Astro
we
issue.
found the root cause.
That's
All
the
those
cause.
years ago.
Yeah.
It was your
It was in
fault.
the car. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah,
Let's move on lah from this.
No,
That's
that's,
hold on. Can we
what?
just make this a new segment where Jaden watches Shrek and tells us?
Yes,
his
that's why we
opinion about
started
Shrek?
this. So you are going to watch Shrek, and that's going to be a segment called Jaden watches
Come on,
Shrek
like
and
how-
tells us about it.
Is that entertaining? I don't think it is. But what about like if I watch Shrek, then Yarong has to watch High School Musical.
High School Musical.
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
not
I'm
gonna do
okay
it.
with that.
I'm not gonna do
Okay, we're gonna make an
I'm not gonna do
episode
it.
of just you guys talking about Shrek and High School
I'm not
Musical.
gonna do
Let's
it.
do it.
Okay,
I'm
lah,
not
I
gonna
watch
do it
clips
because
of it,
it's
Okay, so
the
even
fact that
if you
it's so cringy to me. I cannot take it. I'm at that point. where
It's cringy, but it's like childhood lah. Like it's sort of like
Yeah.
Shrek lah.
It was
Why-
not my
I don't
childhood.
understand why Shrek is.
It
like
was
big.
your
Hey,
childhood,
Shrek
it
is
was
not
my
cringy,
childhood.
okay?
Shrek isn't
is not
cringy.
cringy.
High School Musical is.
No.
And that-
As in, like I don't understand why people think it's a big deal. Like I think like High School Musical is a big deal, so I kind of understand how you feel. You know what I mean?
right. But I will say like in our defense, Jaden, like Shrek does hold up better than High School Musical lah. If you go watch it now, it's still kind of like
Okay lah. I have to
Ah,
watch it then.
But
Like Zac Efron back then,
watch
nah.
it.
yeah,
you know,
we'll make
like
Yarong
Baywatch,
watch.
Zac Efron, yeah.
Yeah.
Give me that. Not High School Musical, Zac Efron. I want Baywatch, Zac Efron.
You will make you watch the first one lah, at least, huh? Just
No,
for
actually,
Jaden.
the third one is better. Like it's, I mean, the High School Musical is less cringy.
I haven't seen
Oh,
the third one actually.
Third one?
Oh my
Yeah.
god, y'all disgrace lah.
I just
Okay,
watched
let's move on.
You know why? I didn't see the third one because that time
Why?
Astro already cancelled. How to watch?
You did it to
It's not
yourself.
all
I did it
Astro
to myself.
though. I mean,
Just no. You know how I watched it? I bought those illegal DVDs and watched.
I say I don't.
Oh,
I
man.
want to let. I wait. I
I'm
just
a
want to
police.
say it. I just want to say
confessing
to
to
the
crimes
police
now.
and the film industry. I've always supported legal movies. Thanks.
In the film
Okay.
industry, as if you.
Yeah. I subscribe to Netflix.
Amy,
Okay,
Netflix wasn't there
think
when
all
we
of
were
us
young.
Okay, let's move on.
Okay. Move on. Let's move on. All
Move
right.
on.
So anyway, that we'll be doing that. It'll be called Jaden Talks About Shrek. All right. Okay, so we're here, right?
No,
And we decided like what was the first thing we were gonna talk about, all right? And we thought, and we had things that we planned that were gonna be in like future shows. But I was thinking, you know what we should talk about? We should talk about something big that just dropped. Like right now, we're living in this time where a lot of things are happening. There's like a global pandemic, right? Do you guys know about that? And then there was, Scarlett Johnson. She surprisingly gave birth to a baby. Do you guys know that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
she just suddenly like I have a baby and it's out already. Yeah, and then one of the Jenners is pregnant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, another
One of the who?
surprising one
Which
of the
one?
Jenners. I think it's
Kylie
Kylie.
Jenner. Yeah.
Oh,
Kylie
Kylie's
lah,
pregnant
not
again.
One of the Jenners.
not
is
not Kendall. I
pregnant.
thought it was Kendall, but okay
No,
lah.
no, not Kendall. She's not ready. She's still like sorting things
Wow.
out with that athlete. Okay.
Spoken like she's your best
Devin
friend.
Booker.
She's not ready. She called me the other day and she was like, "Man, I'm not ready." Okay, and another again, right, related with speaking of the Jenners, another big, a big like atomic thing happened is the highly awaited Kanye West album Donda. It dropped. Okay,
It
Yes,
dropped.
it did.
it dropped very suddenly. It just like boom, like it was there. Okay, and so
It
we
was
want
supposed to drop a long time ago.
a long time
Yeah,
ago.
actually not suddenly lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were anticipating it lah.
Parties.
My man played everyone.
But there was but I say suddenly there was no official date, like there was no there was
Yeah,
no
that's
advertisement on Spotify saying
yes.
Donda coming out on this date like other albums usually
Yeah.
have. Like he just dropped it like all of a sudden. But Donda has been like a long time coming. I feel like like they were supposed to release Donda when Life of Pablo came out, So people are like have been waiting for it for a long time to happen lah. So we want to talk about it, and we're gonna start by asking you guys: have you all listened to it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have.
You all
It
listened
took
to
a
it?
long time.
Have you all finished
But
it?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
it took
I
a long
finished
time. Again,
I haven't finished it. Because I keep falling asleep at some point of it. Wow, I just leaked my review of it as well.
I finished it,
Wow.
but I don't remember which is
A
which.
disgrace.
Okay, will you be
Yeah,
able to
that's true.
will you be able to name a favorite track, Jaden?
Yeah, a favorite track I would say Jill lah.
Oh,
Jill
Jill.
or Jesus Lord. Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah.
Lord.
Jill's
Same.
pretty good.
Oh my god,
That's
Jaden,
pretty
you
good.
are like me. Yeah, I like jail and also.
No, you are
Jesus
like
Lord.
me.
No, you are like
You are
me.
like me.
Calm down.
I said it first, okay? You don't get to steal me.
No, I said you are
Technically-
like me. I said it
Technically,
first.
Jaden is like
Okay
Kel,
lah, okay
'cause
lah.
Kel
We
is-
both have good taste lah. Let's just
Yeah, okay lah. You all both so
Sure,
both of
sure.
you like the same tracks, is it?
Yeah,
Apparently.
okay.
That's
But there was
good.
another song that I like, but I cannot remember the name. So like, I'll
Yes.
come back to you.
It was
How does
very
it go? Just sing
it
it
was
like how?
very, very memorable. Okay. And how about let's go
What
to Yarong. What was your favorite track? Do you
think
remember?
mine is Moon. Just
Oh,
because of
Moon's quite.
Moon.
just because
Okay.
of the really squeaky part at the beginning. I really like that for some reason. Yeah, I think the whole track was pretty
Mine was like the most normal sounding one. Oh, okay. For our listeners, he's lagging. Okay, so mine was Believe What I Say.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of All the Stars by SZA,
Oh yeah, and Kendrick Lamar.
right? Yeah, I don't know. It just reminds me of that track.
Yeah. It's
It's
the
the most
it's
normal
the
sounding one.
it's the bass lah. It's like the four on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. I was hoping when I started
What
that
else?
y'all were gonna start joining in.
No.
It would be like
No.
a whole
No,
thing.
no, we're not like.
Then
No,
we'd be
not
like,
today.
we're
Yeah, no.
all in
Please don't.
this
No.
together. Okay. That's not happening. Okay.
Can I
Alright,
just say,
Not
like,
happening. No.
I don't think I like Donda. like the song Donda, I don't think I like it. It's not my type of music.
I also don't like it.
Oh, the
Yeah.
song.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a few tracks that are just iffy lah. Like it's just weird. Like I let's put it like I don't appreciate it as much as other people do.
Yeah, I don't have the brain to brain it.
Today I saw someone tweet that, because Drake has also dropped that album called CLB, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
CLB,
Okay, CLB.
Certified
Alright.
Lover Boy.
Very good. Okay. And then people were saying like, okay, CLB is going to be played like much more, but Donda is just as good as an album, you know. But then I felt that throughout like I don't want to say music history lah, but you know, the recent rap history with all these guys around, I feel like Drake stuff is always been able to translate better to the pop audience, and Donda is way too way too artisan,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah,
Yes,
you need
exactly.
to have
That's what I
that.
was
Yeah.
thinking.
You have to think, every time you listen, after one line, you think, what does he mean? What does he mean?
I think which is why a lot
you
of
don't know,
people
you just
they
don't
always
get it,
say Kanye is always like ahead of his time. You need to like get on. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Like that kind of music. He has that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I feel like it has a very niche audience. Like it's not as
Yeah.
popular. It's not as well accepted
Yeah.
by the public.
Because it was like me, I listened to partially to CLB yesterday, just like the first few tracks, and I thought it was pretty good. Like it translated, like what Matt said, it translated really well to me. Like I really enjoyed the melody, the certain stuff that he did. So yeah, I would say it's not as confusing lah as what Donda is. Donda is like some tracks are just like talking, and then you have that Donda chant like Donda.
Okay, I have a confession to make. You know,
What does that mean?
Donda is okay. So here's the confession I was going to make. So one day we were listening to Donda, right? And then I asked my boyfriend, what does Donda actually mean? And then he said, that's actually Kanye's mom. So
Yeah,
he
Donda
said,
West.
yeah, that's actually, Donda West. I was like, wait, her name's Donda West. And then he said, yeah. And I was like, oh, so he named his whole album from his mom. And
Yeah,
then
I think
he
the
said-
whole thing is like a tribute to his mother lah.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
like a dedication.
And I think he also has like there's some kind of company that he owns that's also called Donda, if I'm not mistaken. It's all in
Yes.
tribute. Yeah, it's
I'm
all
not
in tribute
sure.
to his mother. All right. So yeah, I felt like to wrap up my particular thoughts about this album, I would say like one of the things that is very intrigues people to continually listen to Kanye West albums is the mysticism lah. You know, it's like the secrecy behind the whole thing, and then he does that. If you all seen like photos of like the performances he was doing, there was one where he's like levitating, in the sky, and then he brings his
his ex-wife.
his
Can we talk about that?
ex-wife to, like,
Who wore her wedding dress?
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
Yeah. And then he burned himself and a replica of his childhood home.
Wait, what?
Set himself on
Yeah.
fire. Yeah.
Really?
He did. Do you guys not know that?
Oh,
my God.
Yeah, I think I see.
Yeah, in the third.
The man really
yeah,
is
the third
wilding
was
lah.
I know what's going on
Yeah.
here. I think I know what's going on here. I think this is the end of his music career and the beginning of his rebirth as David Blaine. And all this is just an attempt to,
That's a good one.
to do that. And then next year, David Blaine's gonna release a rap album. That's what's gonna happen.
They're just
Okay.
gonna swap life. No, but I think like this album, it's less of an album, but more like a cultural phenomenon, because because Kanye West is so popular in the pop culture, and
Is
over
he
the past
though?
few years,
He is.
he's quite popular.
I
And
thought he
over the
was
past
more
few
of
years,
like,
he's
I'm gonna run for president.
yeah, exactly. It's like very like this guy is very unpredictable, and he's very prevalent in the recent years. I feel with his like mental health, with his run for presidency, and with like recently his divorce. So I feel like it's more of like a cultural phenomenon that people have to listen to it. Some people feel this way. I feel.
There was like the reinvention where like suddenly he became very Christian and he started like the whole church thing.
Yeah.
The
And he starts
Sunday,
just like Sunday church service, right?
Yeah.
Sunday choir or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, and this like album is pretty much like it's very
Along
How
that
you call it?
lines. Yeah.
along those lines. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's very like.
Yeah, just to
fully
tell you
loaded.
how influential Kanye is, right? In the fashion and sneaker world, anything he wears goes up in price. Something he wears can be rebrand, or not say rebrand, like the community may rename it to his name. Like there was this Prime Knits, this Nike Prime Knits that he wore, and then the community just started calling it the Ye Knits. That's just how influential is it, you know?
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah, back then when Ultra Boost wasn't a thing, you see Kanye wearing it, and the next day it's off the shelves, everything is gone. Is that crazy? The resale price goes up to like.
Yeah, and then when he wears like a skirt, people go crazy. Remember that time he wore a skirt?
Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
And then the other thing, like I don't know, like everybody can relate, right? But I think like when he became very Christian, it was a very big thing, because suddenly, like, you know, for those of us who are very familiar with Christian pop culture, suddenly there was an intersection between like rap and our Christian music, you know, especially when they gave the Grammy for best gospel album to Kanye for Jesus is King, you know. So he is I don't know why I'm defending him being like a cultural icon so much, but it just
go ahead. If you want to defend him, go ahead.
It just is but do I like him? Not really you know. So yeah. So I think that's why one of the controversies behind this album is that Universal kind of released it prematurely. Like apparently they didn't tell him and they just dropped it. But you know, if anything, that helped him more than anything, you know, because suddenly it drops. And then I have people like Calista who was just texting me in like all caps going, Donda is out, you know, and I'm switching it on, you know, everybody is
But in my defense, the reason why I knew Donda was out because I'm living in a household where Kanye is very big. So every time when the Donda was supposed to drop and then it didn't drop, someone in the household was very upset.
The Donda. That's how much respect they have.
The Donda. Yeah.
Okay, but then alright, I want to get to this. Alright, speaking of controversy and you know the Universal releasing it prematurely, you know that being controversial. I think one of the biggest controversies surrounding Donda, other than his ex-wife wearing the wedding dress and him levitating from the sky, and him he literally burning himself, renting out an entire stadium to finish his album, is the collaborators, the people who were on the album. Some very very interesting cats were on it, who were very controversial, if I may say it that way. That was how controversial.
Did you say cats?
Yeah. There's like some cats on it, I don't know what I heard. And these people are people that, I don't know if you are familiar with all of them, okay, but I'll name them and then we can see like what the familiarity is. That obviously everybody knows Chris Brown, how can we forget good old Christopher Brown, and then we had Da Baby. We had Da Baby, not to be confused with Little Baby, who's also on the album. Yeah,
a lot of toddlers here.
It's the era of the babies.
The era of the babies. Crazy.
And then industrial metal artist Marilyn Manson. Okay. Who who here has listened to a Marilyn Manson song? Nobody, right?
No, not me.
Not me. Okay, so Marilyn Manson.
You?
I have not.
You have not as well.
I have not. I do enjoy some industrial metal, but then this Marilyn Manson guy, he like creeps me out. Have you seen his picture?
I am going to see it now.
He does.
I have, but I just choose not to look at him again.
Cal, can you put one up, like when the people?
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you've never seen?
I've never seen Marilyn Manson.
Yeah.
So, oh my God, that is such a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh God, okay.
That's Marilyn.
Is there a reason behind it? Maybe we should dive into that next time.
So
on the next episode, why does Marilyn Manson look like Marilyn Manson?
You know what? We should get into a little bit of why Marilyn Manson is controversial. Okay. So Marilyn Manson, he came into. Do you guys know the band 9 Inch Nails?
No.
Okay, so they're another big like metal band, and the main guy from 9 Inch Nails, he kind of discovered and helped develop Marilyn Manson. Okay, so that guy's name was Trent Rezner, and you have heard Trent Reznor's movies, because his music, because he scored a lot of movies. Like actually, like he does all the stuff with the violins and stuff. I can't remember now, we don't do like top class research on this show. But he did
Obviously,
a bunch
there's
of
a lot of
movies.
researchers at the
Yeah.
back, right? We have
At
a
the
bunch
back,
of
all
research
those
team.
all those screens
Yeah,
behind
all
Cal.
those.
All those
Oh, Cal?
pieces.
Holy
Alright.
crap. That's like,
Yeah, so they
all the
were
work.
they were this is all very related. Okay, so Marilyn Manson and Trent Reznor were very, very close until Marilyn Manson went to a magazine and said that apparently he and Trent Reznor like sexually harassed someone in a bathroom, or several people in a bathroom.
No.
Like he himself went to the magazine and said it,
Oh my god,
Yeah,
why
it's
though?
and then Trent Reznor said, no, that never happened, and they cut ties, because how can you be friends with someone
Oh my
like that, apparently?
How can you just wake up one day? It's like, let me just confess, I sexually harassed someone in the bathroom.
I don't know.
Is
It's
it
very,
true?
very weird.
Is it true? Did he ever get convicted?
No one knew.
No one knows. But then after that, there have been other allegations of Marilyn Manson doing like a lot of other things. Okay, and then the
Yeah.
way he chose his name was also another bizarre, like very to me. I call banana. Okay. By the way, banana is what we call when we are uncomfortable with something. I call banana because he took the names of his favorite actress and his favorite like serial killer family of the killer himself, and he brought them together to create like Marilyn Manson. And to me, that's all kinds of creepy, okay? So
But it's sort of like expected from someone who looks like that.
oh yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, I think.
No, it's like bizarre. I'm not.
Yeah, it's
going for
bizarre.
jokes or whatever, but it's bizarre and it's different. You know.
This-
It's just,
dude-
I think he might be, I don't know, like, don't persecute me, but low key, kind of sick in his mind. I don't know. Is he?
well,
Okay, you
Like,
know
he looks like someone who drinks your blood. For
Okay,
he
okay,
low-key
wait.
reminds me of
Before-
Hades.
Wait. Before we get to that, okay, I want you to go. Like this man also publicly confessed to being like an avid worshipper of the Satan himself.
Oh my god.
Un-
Oh, okay.
until apparently,
Bizarre.
one of his fellow Satanists said that Marilyn Manson's inspiration was inspired him. Marilyn Manson's music inspired him to commit a crime, and then Mr. Manson backed out and said, "No, I've never been associated with the Church of Satanism. I've never." That's not me. That's not me.
The guy just left-
That's
the
my
guy just
Mexican
left.
cousin, Horatio Manson. Yeah. No, so that's what happened.
Brother
so,
said bye.
yeah. So
Yeah.
what you said, like the whole blood drinking thing, right? I'm glad you said that because
Yeah.
there might have been some blood drinking like involved lah per se.
Oh my god. No, I have to say he actually looks like Hades from the movie, the animated movie Hercules.
No, don't insult that.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like that.
actually.
No, look at it. Look at the face.
Don't
you
insult-
minus
Like, I feel-
the fiery
I feel
hair.
he just wakes up. Yeah, I feel like he just wakes up in the morning. He pours like his Cheerios, and then he goes to his fridge. He reaches out his arm to take a bottle of blood instead of
Oh,
milk, and just
Wow,
pour it.
literature lah.
yeah.
Storytelling 101.
101, man.
I think that's what he does.
I don't-
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he does that. But
I don't know. But before we get to, further with the Donda and the controversy, I just want to say, okay, Cal, I want you to show the picture here once again, right? I don't get why one eye looks like it's popping out. Yeah, like, if you're going to get like some whatever, get stuff done, or maybe there's some information that we don't know about because again, killer research, right? But why only with the one
Yeah.
eye? Like the asymmetrical thing, is not my vibe.
It's not my vibe.
It's not my vibe,
It's the asymmetrical that takes you off.
Yeah, it is that.
And
Not
it's the
the
whole
teeth,
thing, man.
not the pointy teeth.
The pointy teeth, yeah lah. But
The
it's
pointy teeth.
because here's the thing: you can close your mouth. You can close.
But you
your
cannot
mouth.
close your eyes.
But no, you need to. The person needs to see what the person can just can.
You
see
can
it.
always wear glasses. What you wear?
He cannot
like,
because
sunglasses.
the one eye is like touches the lens because it's still sticking out. Yeah. So that's something
God.
that I've never got.
Let's
lah.
stop attacking his looks.
Okay.
Let's
Yes,
move
we
on.
like to.
Marilyn
we like to
Manson,
say-
if you're hearing this, please
Yeah.
don't sue us.
I don't like
No,
you,
please.
but please don't sue me, okay? Don't sue me, okay? I don't really no money. You'll be suing me for nothing, okay? What I want to say is we got Chris Brown, we got DaBaby, we got Marilyn Manson, highly controversial. All of them. Okay, DaBaby, I don't know if he did anything like sexual harassment, but it was more like some very homophobic statements that came out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring-
Yeah, so we'll touch on that a little bit more. So the question that we want to ask each other and answer, and hopefully if you're out there and you have the energy to comment, you can comment on it, and it's like when celebs right, when celebrities fall out like they did, due to like sexual harassment, things, or like da babies thing, first of all, do you guys think that they deserve a comeback? Let's start with Wrong.
Yeah, I would say no. Sorry, but I think I would say no.
Okay. Why?
Because there's just potential of them doing it again. Because if you've done it once, you do it twice. Not to say confirm you do it twice, but there's always a possibility. Like Chris Brown, with his beating up, and I think there's just another possibility. If he goes out and date another woman, and I wouldn't be surprised if he beats her again. If you get what I mean. Right. It's like if you have done something, you're not afraid to do it anymore.
I wanna push that a little further and ask you, why is it like you think like that habit could continue even if they didn't rise back to stardom?
Yeah.
So
like even if, but the question was, would that habit still continue if they don't rise to stardom?
No, my question is, do they deserve to like come back lah?
I don't think so lah. You're cancelled the first time for a reason. If you made a great comeback, then I mean, if you're young, was Chris Brown really young when that happened?
No, not really. Old enough to know
I think
better
he was
lah.
like 20s.
Yeah, exactly. It was probably like a bit older than us, and that itself. Yeah, I just think he could be a potential threat to the rest of the music industry. With the people he works with the people, that works with him. I think it could be a possible threat lah.
Right.
That's just my opinion though. Yeah.
Jaden?
Yeah, I think you deserve one chance, because I believe like people can change, and people can learn from mistakes. So I would like to have people have like second chances, but only one chance. So to me, I say like if you F up on something, then you get one shot to do the right thing again lah, and not F up lah. Like Kevin Hart. Yeah, I like Kevin Hart, but he, like if y'all know about this, he cheated on his wife back then in like a few years ago, and like J. Cole wrote a whole song about this, and Kevin Hart even appeared in like the music video of it, and yeah, so that's like the one big thing he effed up on, and after that I feel like he has a clean record, right, if I'm not wrong. So to me, yeah, they deserve like a second chance, but only once.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. That's fair actually.
Let's go to the voice of...
Because if you keep doing it again and again, what's the point of you like saying sorry or apologizing and publicly like do like a public apology if you're not gonna change? Actions mean louder than words. Right?
Wow.
So that's why I think.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the voice of womanly wisdom for her opinion. Kalista?
I'm actually gonna say it depends on what kind of crime or like what kind of things that you got cancelled for. So if you're talking about like violence, like what Chris Brown and Kevin Hart, those kind of things, yeah, you cancelled.
Oh, Kevin Hart wasn't violent. He wasn't
cheating.
violent.
Yeah.
He cheated.
See, violence, cheating. Yeah, cheating to me is like definitely you're done. Don't. I'm done with you. But if it's issues like mental health, which was never widely discussed among celebrities last time. If you had those issues and that made you lash out, or like you had your drug abuse and everything, I understand. Like you're living the celebrity life. You don't have much. You're always under the limelight. Everyone's always looking at you. You're under so much pressure. You fall into this drug abuse. I understand. So like what Jaden said, yeah, you get one chance. But like what Rong said, if it's like violence, like what domestic violence, yeah, that's not okay. Like
Yeah, definitely.
you do it
So
once, you
basically-
can do it again. Yeah.
From what
So
I
it's
understand
really-
from your statement, it's like if you don't harm other people, then it's less severe. Is that what you're saying? Because like you're comparing like violence and
Yeah,
domestic
sort
abuse
of.
to like drug
Sort
abuse, stuff like
It's
that.
like, not to say drug abuse don't hurt people around you lah, okay? But I'm saying
Yes,
like,
definitely.
if it's something that was you couldn't control it, like you had something in you that you don't know how to control, and then now you're seeking help. Now you're coming back. You say, "Oh, I'm seeking help." Like what Demi Lovato said. Like last time, she was like, remember she had the drug abuse thing, and then she was overdosed. She almost died, and then now she came back, and then sorry, Demi Lovato now identifies as they. So they came back, and then they said like, oh, I was in a very bad place and this and that. So we understand because they were in a very bad place. Now they learned and stuff. I get it. But if it's like Chris Brown, you're like, oh, I was just drunk. I'm just gonna punch women. That's not okay. Yeah.
Right, interesting. But okay, I want to take it one more angle because we are actually out of time. All right, but
We are
actually out of time. But we're gonna do one more angle because I feel it's necessary. How about the people, like the one of the great kings of YouTube, the Logan Paul, with what he did in the
that's
Japanese
just wrong
forest. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
Brother
that's
was
wrong.
just
that's just wrong. But does he deserve a comeback?
He is already back, I would say.
No, he is back. But does he?
Yeah.
In your opinion, does he deserve?
Did he deserve
Yeah,
that
there's a
comeback?
comeback.
I would have to be honest, I never really watched his videos, so I don't know what kind of comeback is he doing. If he's coming back like, I'm a better person, sure, I'll give you one chance lah. But you come back, you be like, still then don't
Right.
come back. No.
I would say that.
I think it's the same
yeah.
thing.
I would say that this.
very insensitive of him.
Yeah, but I would say this comeback, right? I would say after the thing, his content has been more palatable to me. Like I actually watched some of it, and some of it I do find funny. And the Impulsive podcast, he has a wide variety of guests on it, and I think he's more respected in that world and not just like the internet world. What do you think, Jaden?
Well, I think it's also like because it's only like one effort. I think he deserves it, and like you said, like his content has been more palatable, has been more like toned down a little bit. I think it's also because that mistake happened because of his rise to stardom. It was so quick. Like no one, I believe that no one around him had to tell him, "Yo, slow down. Like you are responsible for a lot of people now. Like your type of content back then, mostly like kids were mostly watching him. So I felt like no one really told him like the responsibility he had back then." And he just like I guess like all the fame and the ego like got into him, and he didn't really think much and just went to a suicide forest and filmed people and filmed stuff. But yeah, I think as long as he is doing like, as long as he's not like controversial anymore, or like he's not like filming other people, filming in a suicide forest, I feel like it's fine. And I think his content is quite entertaining. Also like Impulsive, like I listen to clips of it, and he does like have like some good points on it. And yeah, I think he does, as long as he doesn't F up again.
Right.
As long as he learns from like his mistake.
Yeah. So we're okay. Like we don't have any more time, but there when it comes to like the whole concept of like being cancelled or doing something criminal and coming back, in this topic of cancellation also there's a lot of other things we can touch on, like the whole cultural appropriation thing, like Kevin Hart's also his whole incident that got him fired from hosting the Oscars temporarily. Hopefully things that one day we'll get on and do another episode. But I think really for us, is it okay if I spoke first and say it's really, in terms of a comeback, it really depends on its degrees. There are degrees of bad lah.
Yeah.
And we say one thing I think for us that's like a line that we don't really endorse like a comeback is the sexual violence, sexual harassment. Things like that, and yeah, I think when we talked about this to Rong once, Rong said, they have enough money also at that point to live, lower budget lives and just hold their heads down and live the rest of the life like that. Yeah, there's something to be considered about all of that. So yeah. All right, so that's it, man. I hope you enjoyed our conversation. We're gonna wrap up. We're gonna go because this has been too long.
It's late.
Actually,
Alright.
before we go, we actually want to know what you think.
Yeah,
of all
right.
this whole thing.
Yeah, wow, that's
You know,
so
if
so
you're
professional.
watching
Call
from
to action.
YouTube or whatever, and comment down
There's a
below.
reason why he's the most popular.
It's the
That's right.
reason. Yeah,
So if
you
you're
can
from
go-
YouTube, like, subscribe,
yeah.
comment.
Nah, let's not go there.
Yeah.
But we just want to know what you think.
And also tell us like how you
yeah.
found this podcast. If it was through the Wrongest Twitch, like use the hashtag WrongBaby. And, yeah. And then we'll know it's you. We'll know it's you, and we'll know.
Yeah, then maybe
man.
you'll get a shout out next time Rome
Yeah.
streams.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I
And-
don't even stream that much anymore.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then Rong will really know why he's the Richard Branson of this podcast. All right.
But yeah,
Okay.
just comment down below what you think. We'll be really interested to see your
If you're
opinions.
listening from Spotify, go on our Instagram, follow our Instagram, drop us a DM,
yeah,
share our
totally, yeah.
stories.
Do all that.
Yeah. I follow us personally, especially Rong, because he's so famous. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
So this
Okay,
is the
we're
time
closing.
to plug.
We're closing. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.